What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing this evening? Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is well. So
wait a minute. I'm sorry. So you went live and didn't tell me. So I'm literally on my phone looking at stuff, and you just gonna go live. I happened to look up, and we live, LaMar. That's not fair.
Listen, sometimes life isn't fair. How was your weekend?
No, it was good until I came over here.
Oh my God! You know what? First of all, I'm just getting off on my birthday. Just to celebrate my birthday. Derek, you didn't get me anything for my birthday.
I did not.
So if you didn't watch the video from last year, I like to go around. I like to record things, and Derek decided to bless me with. He decided to bless me with a gift.
I did.
What'd you give me?
Amazing. So, I got you some bacon that represents the pig that you are, and I got you some donuts because that's what pigs normally eat. And then I can't remember what else I got, but everything I got embodied who you were or are and is.
Okay. So, okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
That was so sweet, but you didn't get you slacking.
No, I have a surprise for you, but it'll come next week's show. Can't give everything at one time. But what's tripping me out is this little background. You like
that? You like that?
You couldn't find nothing else for us to be.
Oh man. Well, listen. So this is episode 2, and this is my first episode with Derek because he's about to get fired on his day off. You see that? You see how that works?
I didn't have a haircut last week.
Right. So let me tell you how I saw this dude. So he was like, dude, I got something going on, family emergency. So I see him the next day driving, and I'm looking and I'm like, whoa, this dude look like a ragamuffin. So I know Derek. What he did was he wasn't shaved. So he decided to tell me he wasn't going to be here because he didn't want to look like that on TV.
Well, that's the truth. And I mean, even now it's like, my hair appointment is on Thursdays, and this show is on Wednesdays. So it's throwing everything off. So you guys get to see me in my natural orifice. Is that a word?
Oh, my God.
My natural. You get to see me all ragged, like him on a daily. But Thursdays would do good, but my appointment's at 4 or 6. So maybe Fridays. The show may have to move to Friday, so that way I'm prim and proper.
Oh, my goodness.
And this camera is like, I can hear myself. Like, I feel like I am just enslaved in bondage, and I just want to be free. But these, so you got to break them chains. You can't have nothing hold you down.
Gosh. All right, listen. So we got a really special guest, but before we go on, understand if you ever want to sponsor our podcast, feel free to reach out. Reach out to me, send me a message. So tonight's sponsor for our podcast is Holly Van Riper from Keller Williams Legacy Group Realty. Awesome young lady. She's really, really good at what she does, and I want to thank her for sponsoring our podcast this evening. Really, really appreciate it. And if you're ever looking for a home or you want to buy a home, you want to sell your home, once you reach out to her again, thank you for everything that you do. Really appreciate it. So, without further ado, I got to get to my next guest here. Our guest this evening. Listen, this man is amazing.
I'm excited.
Absolutely amazing. And I know, listen, I see all the people that are tuned in, and I know that without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and add my man on here. Tommy.
What's up, LaMar? How you doing? And Derek, I need a Derek in my life.
What?
Well, wait a minute, Tommy, because I'm not even in the picture.
I like bacon.
Let me. How dare you? Yeah, he likes bacon too. So listen, everybody. We have the man, Mr. Tommy Norman from Little Rock, Arkansas. How you doing, Tommy, man?
Doing great. Thank you. I've been looking forward to this. I really do appreciate you having me on.
Oh man, listen. Okay, so before we go any further, I got a story, Tommy. Okay, I got a story. You ready? Okay. So I was watching Tommy's videos and I was like, man, this dude is awesome. So, I'm like, I'm doing some of the things he's doing in his community. So I decided to reach out to Tommy. I think I sent Tommy this heartfelt message and I was like, man, thank you because you inspired me to start because of you, I started documenting what I was doing on my show, on my social media. And I sent this message, and I'm thinking, he didn't even open it. But then
I gotta get the charger. My battery's running low. Hold on one second.
Okay. So, I was like, man, he didn't even open it. I'm like, oh man, I felt so heartbroken a little bit. I was like, man, listen, this guy is like, I ain't no get to him. But then, I started getting I started getting my feet wet a little bit. And then I realized that when you get, like, on an average, I probably get about 30 or 40 messages a day. And that's not even including the emails. And then I thought, I was just like, man, I felt bad. I was sitting here like, this man ain't got no time for me. And then I realized, and I could only imagine the flow of like just contacts and messages that you get on a daily basis.
Yeah, and I do apologize for.
Oh no! I understand. I completely understand, because I want to tell people too. Listen, if you send me a message on social media, chances are I might not get it. That's the reason why I have a secretary, and I have Derek too. So tell me, man. So what's going on in your world down there in Little Rock?
You and I talked a few weeks ago. I think we did a Instagram live together, and I was off 7 months because I had knee surgery. November the 2nd, I tore my ACL, and I was off until June the 3rd. And so I got a little bit of a break, the beginning of COVID-19. And then when I came back to work is when a lot of the protests, people protesting about social injustice. And I came back, I feel like right at the perfect time, just to be back out there in the neighborhoods and the communities and continue those relationships that I have been forming for years. So I'm back at it. I came back June the 3rd, and things are going good.
Good. So one of the things, man, I love your social media, and like you have like, it's almost like, so I used to grow up, and my grandma, I used to watch Young and the Restless and Golden. Shut up. Don't judge me, okay? But I used to like watch that, and it was like, I love the characters. So when I watch your social media, it's like you got just like, it's not really characters, it's people in your community, but it's almost like, it's like watching a reality show, and it's so amazing, so fun. So tell, like, how did you even begin like starting to just meet out with the people in your community?
I remember probably in 2014, 2015, I posted a video of me hanging out with some kids. I remember a couple of kids put me in handcuffs and put me in the back of my own police car. That was pretty crazy. And I shared that. And that was kind of at the time where Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, and those incidents started taking place, and people, I don't think, really were used to seeing those type of fun interactions with police officers and kids or people of all ages. And so it attracted so much attention. I feel like it really inspired people and brought people faith and hope, that I just kept posting these videos, these relationships, and not really always in uniform, sometimes out of uniform. And people were just so drawn to it because it was such like a human interest, feel good story. And I never thought anything about social media having an impact on social media, but it's like it was a perfect storm. The timing, God orchestrated everything perfectly. And it's kind of seemed like He put me on this platform, so to speak, to where people just wanted more and they craved more. And like with you, LaMar, I mean, what you do in Ohio and just the way kids, adults, people that aren't your color, people that don't look like you, they're drawn to you. And that's a gift. It's something that you can't really learn in a training class, that you have to be born with that. And so it's something it's really powerful and definitely something that'll keep you humble.
All right. Did you hear that?
What, you need to be humble?
I'm special.
That's not what he said. He said you need to be humble.
I am humble. I can't deal with this guy. So from what I understand, so the game, Didn't he start a GoFundMe for you? Because that's the thing. You never know who's watching. You never know.
Right. It was, I want to say 2017. The game's one of his agents reached out to me and said, "Hey, there's a rapper in Los Angeles called The Game. His son's name is Harlem, and Harlem was really disturbed by what he had seen on television about police officers and how some officers had mistreated community members. And I explained to him first and foremost, there's so many great officers across the nation, but at that time, kind of like now, we're being overshadowed." And so the Game wanted to start a GoFund because of his son Harlem to kind of continue the efforts that we've been doing here to fill up, trunks with teddy bears and juice and snacks and toys. And he ended up raising $72,000. It was pretty amazing. And with that, I was able to start my own foundation, something that's not connected to me being a police officer. So if I actually got to meet The Game that same year or the following year. So when I went to Los Angeles, he was actually in Beverly Hills, and it was a quick meeting, but I just wanted to shake his hand and thank him for what he did. It was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I sponsor you.
Yeah.
Well, Officer Norman, I was scamming through your Facebook page because I just like to lurk a little bit. But one thing that caught me was your community involvement. So my question to you would be, what does community mean to you?
It means family. It means getting to know each other. And as a police officer, to me, it's your obligation to get out and know people. What my goal was as a new officer was to get out of my car and each day learn one block. So one block a day. The next day, go to another block. The next day, go to another block. And as many people that will accept you, will talk to you. Not everyone did, but for the most part, if you come back and you prove to the community that, hey, I'm not just here for one day, I'm here for as long as you need me to be here, that's community. And the end result is communities, you become family. You're invited to birthday parties, graduations, weddings, visits to hospitals. That's what family is. Family shows up for special occasions, and as police officers, if you're really, really involved and you're genuine with it, and it comes from your heart, you're going to be invited to so many different events. And it was always my goal to show up, and a lot of times not in uniform. I wanted people to know me way beyond the badge, and I wanted to kind of be this normal person, a human being.
Right. So, my thing too is like, we don't make a lot as police officers, but it's like the reward and the repayment just of meeting somebody that's been influenced by you means everything. Like there's no amount of money that can describe how rich that is. That's just really amazing.
Yeah, I would say that LaMar, individuals like you and I, we're some of the richest men in the world if you judge us by our heart.
Right.
If the heart is paying you, you're rich, because you just have so much love for your communities. And you could never ever make enough money that would compare to what your heart and how rich your heart is.
Right.
Yeah. That was awesome. But so, Mr. Officer Norman, LaMar doesn't have a heart. So, is there any advice that you can give him? It's like the Tin Man.
Oh my God.
What advice could I give LaMar? Well, LaMar is like this big old teddy bear I've seen, and we're going to meet one day. It's going to be pretty epic. Derek, you have to be there with the donuts and the bacon. Whenever
No, please.
But anyway, I don't think I could give LaMar much advice, but I can give him this advice: continue to do what he's doing, continue to be that staple for his community. I honestly forget, LaMar, who put me onto your work. But I discovered it, and I know we have Jason Lehman with Long Beach, California. He's a mutual friend and some officers out there. But I can say this: that when you're genuine and when you're humble, those are really two key factors in maintaining those relationships with the community.
Right. So, Tommy, how did so after everything that just happened in Minneapolis, did you see any change from your community towards you in particular?
Not towards me, because I've worked so hard the last 22 years of gaining and trusting, gaining the respect of community members. And so it's not like, okay, this happened in Minnesota, I better get out there and win the community over. I've already been out there. So the hard work that I had put in is something that really paid off. Now, there are times that maybe I was dispatched to a call and the incident in Minnesota would come up. But you have to explain to people, don't give up on me. I won't give up on you, and continue to give us a chance as police officers. So for me, there wasn't much of a change, not much animosity at all, because, I feel like I've already proven myself.
Right. Right. Because I know with me, it was like, I remember I was off for a couple of weeks and I was, moving, and I was just like, I remember a part of me felt so defeated. I felt defeated because I felt like everything that I've done up till now was just kind of pushed everything back. But it was really super amazing because when I got back out in the community and just kind of seeing social media and people tagging you and things, because I stayed off of social media as well too. But it was just like I was almost moved to tears because it was so powerful just to see how people love you, because you go out there and you give them your heart, you do everything, I give you the shirt off my back, and that I got that back in return, and that was awesome.
I remember when you joined my Instagram Live, your shift had just ended, and you just, you were really tired. You told me you had a long day. You were working longer shifts, and when your heart takes a hit, when something that you've been doing for so long and that you love so much, when your reputation, even though you weren't involved and I wasn't involved, but when your reputation as a police officer, was kind of kicked and talked about, it takes a toll on you because you love what you do. And so, I know you've been through it. I've been through it emotionally. But to me, it makes me work even harder, and it makes me want to win people over and show them that I love them even more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got nothing.
You got I got nothing.
Man, so how many people have been on your podcast, LaMar, and have kind of shut Derek up? He has nothing.
Whoa. So Tommy, let me break this to you. This is our second episode.
Oh, okay.
And this is his first time here. So you remember Friday when Greg got fired on his day off? That almost happened to him.
I wasn't well. And if I can be transparent, he never has anything to drink over here. This house is so boring. So it's a chore to come over here. I'm like, yeah, it's a chore. And I'm trying to be on my best behavior. It's hot. He got this background up. And I'm being nice because you're here. We got company. But
the sun is setting where you are, so it's a beautiful.
So Tommy, tell people just some of the people that you go out and visit, because I mean the All-Star crew. Listen, I'm going to come to Little Rock and I want to meet everybody. And I want to get cussed out by Lois. I
can arrange that. I can arrange that.
Watching your relationship is so amazing. I have a lady here, her name is Miss Bell. And Miss Bell, she's 95 years old. Just named a street after her. And our relationship, she loves me, but she don't like me.
Right. That's exactly how it is with Lois. She loves me, but she doesn't like me. So in a heartbeat.
So tell me,
you talk about Lois and the lady you're talking about there. There's a Lois in every community. There's an all-star crew in every community. A Davy, a Jerome, a Carol, Miss Emma, Uncle Kenny Wayne, Mr. George. All these people here in a smaller community in North Little Rock, Arkansas. There's the same people in communities all across the nation. It's just it's people have to go out and find those individuals.
Right.
You have to seek them out.
Right. Yeah. And I like I said, I love everything you do, and like you are the mecca of community policing. I think we lost him for a second. We'll keep on.
So while he's coming on, we can talk about our, what did you call it? Is it a survey?
See, if you would be here, you would know.
I can't. What's the title of it?
Oh my goodness.
This is what happens when I'm sober. So our trivia question.
Our trivia question
is you gotta
hold on.
We gotta tell them.
We gotta tell them. We gotta tell them where they can text us at. They can text us here.
I thought they was just gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, no. We can do that too.
Yeah, because you're reading them.
Yeah.
We don't have no questions in the chat.
We got them back. Yeah,
I'm back.
Okay. All right. We got them back. We hold off on that trivia question there.
Bad guess so far. Bad connections here. Anyway.
It's okay. It's okay. So we glad you made it back.
Derek,
I got something to drink.
I quit. No, I'm moving down to Arkansas. So I'm.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
When LaMar comes, bring Derek.
I will not.
We'll take Lois on a date. We'll all get cussed out. It'll be fun.
Listen, I just lifted my restraining order on him.
He attacked me, and that's what people don't understand. He attacks me.
I can't do this. This
LaMar, I don't know that a restraining order will apply in Arkansas. I think when you leave the state, it's different.
See, that's why I can't bring him. I can't bring him. Like, listen, I will leave him on the side of the road in Arkansas. I'm telling you.
And I'm going to bring you Krispy Kreme donuts. I get him those generic day-old donuts, but I'm going to make sure yours is when the light is on.
When the light is on.
So it's okay. So Tommy, tell people how they can, where they can follow you at, and
on Instagram it's tnorman23. Facebook is Officer Tommy M. Norman. Twitter is at Officer Norman. I do not have a TikTok quite yet. I'm kind of behind the times, and Snapchat is Mission Give. So I'm on almost every social media platform. I haven't made my way to TikTok yet.
You need to come on over.
I do.
We can dance. Hey, I saw Tommy. I saw you had some moves. I saw you.
I wouldn't call those moves. I don't even call them moves. Maybe one move, the same move.
Like, listen, I was going to say, because so the thing is too is like I was going to say, follow Tommy, but Tommy, you have over you have millions of followers.
What'd you say?
I said you have millions of followers. I was going to tell people to follow you, but I'm like, you have millions of followers.
Tell them to come on in. I'll take them in. We're all family. So
that's right. You got any more questions for Mr. Norman?
I don't.
He over here.
I have a question for Derek.
You got a question for Derek? Oh gosh.
I know, right?
Have you ever been to Arkansas?
Where is that at on the map?
Oh,
wow.
Man, this is not good.
Down south.
Yeah, no.
You're not missing. You're not missing.
It's hot down there.
Oh man, it gets hot here. Yes.
I'll wait till it snows.
Yeah, we're coming January or February. So
listen, Tommy, I'm coming down there, man. I'm trying to see you. We're gonna hang out. I want to meet everybody. Like, I don't want to miss that experience at all.
We would start with the Breakfast Club. We would go to Cracker Barrel, and we would just go all day long. A lady from Los Angeles flew down 2 weeks ago because she wanted to meet people, and she followed me for a few years. And she, the flights are so cheap now, and she flew down, and we spent a day and a half together, and it was just so overwhelming for her emotionally because she saw these people in person finally that she just fell in love with through social media. So it's pretty cool. Wow. And I want to come to your town too. I got to come there.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, the city of Canton, you have a big following here.
Well, thank you.
You have a big following here. And so this is what I'm going to do. I want you to get the all-star crew, Miss Lois. I mean, whoever. I want you to send me everybody's sizes so I can send you one of my foundation shirts, and
Okay.
I could send you some.
I'll do
So
that.
I gotta butter them up a little bit before I come because they may not. I don't know. They may not like me.
Just remember, Lois doesn't like white t-shirts. She only wears black t-shirts.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. I got her because I don't want her. Listen, I know right from the time I get off the plane, she would start cussing me out. Well, she don't play.
You're gonna feel it when you get here, believe me.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Can't wait.
Listen, hey Tommy, I thank you. I am so honored to have you here. I want to thank you for everything, for giving me the confidence to even start even putting stuff on social media, because it's like got to a point where it's gotten so big for me. Like I have other, like before I just had my phone out, I was video recording. And now it's like I get kids to be like, my mom said take my picture. You need to take a picture together and put it on Facebook. I'll be like, oh my God, I got you.
And they want to make sure you tag them too. You
gotta tag. That's right. And that's and that's just like it's so you're starting to see more kids wanting to actually get into law enforcement. Because I remember at a time where growing up, it was like, oh, I want to be a fireman or a police officer. And then it just kind of died because you could see the number of like applicants for tests that nobody wants to be a police officer. It's a very strenuous job. And but now just going out interacting and people seeing that we're human, now they say, you know what, I want to do that. You're helping people. I want to do that too.
Because you make the job so appealing. You're not a robot. You're having fun with it. You're talking to people. You're laughing with people, you're hugging people, you're loving people, and who wouldn't want to have a job like that?
Right.
Be able to wear that uniform and drive that cool, police cars. You're an inspiration, and I really do appreciate you having me on. Thank you for all the work that you do there. If I do come and visit, make sure Derek's on his best behavior.
I'm gonna wear me a police uniform.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need a shot collar.
Give me a police uniform.
Oh, listen, we can arrest them together. Hey, Tommy, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you, brother. I love you. And
I love you too,
great, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Have a great night, and thanks for having me on.
Thanks.
You too. Take care, bud.
Okay. All
right. So that was awesome.
That was his cool people.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, I like him. That's my man right there. So, okay, so we're gonna do something different this time. We're gonna have them actually put it in the comments, the answer in the comments. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna wait for you before we actually start. I did. So you get ready. I'm gonna do it while you type.
Oh, okay. So the trivia question tonight is, I got it here. That's good. Give us 5 colors that begin with the letter B. 5. We need 5 colors that begin with the letter B, and the first person to put them in the comments, you get a wonderful gift card.
Let's see. 5 colors. It's a little small bag, but somebody will do it. So, who's disappointed that there have been giving me a gift this year?
And I said I'll get you something. And then you had something to drink over there. I'm not. Yeah, I've changed my ways. So that's fine.
This is so good.
I hope you don't choke because I won't be able to say it.
Oh man.
Who we got? We see any colors?
Not yet.
Did they get it?
5 colors that begin with the letter B.
Got it. Charlotte
Marie. All right.
Let's see if they're authentic. Beige, brown, blue, black, burgundy. I didn't even have burgundy on my list. She's I had blonde, bloody.
Bloody Mary, because I'm thirsty.
I'm so sober right now.
Listen.
Yeah, Charlotte Marie. She got it.
Marie.
Unless it's spelt wrong. Wait, her burgundy is
winner.
spelt wrong. She didn't get it. She got it.
She got it. Hey, listen. Congratulations. You will win the gift card. For our other contestant, I just yelled. Yeah. Well, you're supposed to be here helping me. And you just decided to show up.
I was on my bed of affliction.
Right. So, Sharpe Marie, if you will inbox me on my Sharpe page,
and you'll get an autographed picture of myself. Yeah. Everyone gets a picture of me.
I'm working on some t-shirts for you.
No, I didn't even get a t-shirt. You offered that Norman a t-shirt and everybody down there in Arkansas, and I don't even have one.
So, anyways, so listen, thank you again for tuning in. Right? We had a lot of people come in tonight, and I also want to again thank you for our sponsor. We're looking for people to sponsor our podcast. Make sure you reach out to me. Reach out to Gary. We'll look at that. Again, we want our sponsor this evening was Holly Van River, right from Troy Williams. Group, and if you're looking for a house here, I'm sure you probably go anywhere. Yeah, really good at what she does. Thank you again, Holly, for sponsoring our podcast. We want to also help. We want to get a gift card out. I don't think they're going to buy anything like that. No, don't like that. Oh my God! I don't know how. Listen, I don't know how to do this because everybody always asks if it's real. This is really real.
It is. Like I only talked to him like today.
This is really real.
And I was late.
Yeah. So he was like listen.
But I got lost. If I'm telling the truth, I really did. I was trying to go off of memory. No,
if you don't leave soon, I'm gonna have to call about it.
Please.
So, what you got going on this week?
So this week I'm actually going down to Columbus. I'm in Columbus for a pool party and a tapas affair.
So to my boy AJ, the Popo that was our guest last week. If you see him, if you see him,
keep going.
Hook him up.
Keep going.
Hook him up. So yeah, well, I think for me, I got a hump on the path. I got to go Saturday, right? Just do something light. Way to but you got to do it with life. So do that, and I'm still coming on that. You want to help me on that? Oh, I forgot. You don't do it.
No, we pay for convenience.
All right. So listen. Thank you all for tuning in this evening, and we will be back next Wednesday where we have my boy Yuri Williams at a future superhero coming in next week as our guest. Like, listen, this man is amazing. You don't want to miss it. So tune in next week, and we'll be back. If I don't hurt. Hey, everybody, take care. I see you.